Hello gamers! In this video we're going to take a look at 15 single-player games released in 2023. In the previous videos we have always talked about the games available on Xbox Game Pass, but in this video we're going to list the games whether they are on console or PC. Let's make a quick start with our 15th game without further ado. The release of an Assassin's Creed game in 2023 would be enough to make it in our list, but they made this game really well. This game sets in 9th century Baghdad. You play as Basim, a former street thief turned assassin. Amidst the Islamic Golden Age, unravel a tale of hidden organizations, ancient artifacts, and your mysterious connection to the first civilization. Paying homage to the series' origins, explore a dynamic world, engage in stealthy gameplay, and experience a gripping narrative. This game just reminds me of the old Assassin's Creed games. Next at number 14 we have Dead Island 2 for all zombie game enjoyers, and of course this is a single player too, but you can play co-op as well. Location is set on zombie-infested Los Angeles. According to the first game, this new Dead Island game has a lot of development, especially the combat system and visual effects affect me well. And, oh, before I forget, the game encourages players to use the environment to their advantage, such as setting zombies on fire, electrocuting them, or throwing them off buildings. And that adds a lot of enjoyment to the game. Killing zombies with just guns could get boring after a little bit time. It actually adds a bit of humor to the game at the same time. Not the best, but why not give this game a try? Let's continue with number 13. Here we have Dead Space Remake, a survival horror reimagining of the 2008 classic, brings stunning graphics, immersive sound, and enhanced gameplay. In recent years, game developers have been doing a good job of making remakes of games, and this is one of them. It's a game that I believe will really please Dead Space fans. In fact, this game is mostly the same as the original Dead Space from 2008, but with an indisputable improvement in graphics. If you show this game to someone who doesn't know that Dead Space actually came out in 2008 and that this is a remake, they will probably think that this is a game that released in recent years. Here we go with number 12, Dave the Diver. I'd say it's one of the best indie games of this year. If I talk about the game, it's a game where you can catch fishes, explore the depths of the ocean, and besides all of that, you run a sushi restaurant. It's a really fun mashup. You can also upgrade your equipments, battle with sea creatures, decorate your boat, and engage with quirky characters, with pixel art and 3D models. The vibrant visuals and catchy soundtrack enhance the lighthearted tone. Simple controls, balanced difficulty, and optional challenges make it enjoyable, full of humor and replayable minigames. I mean, just give this unique indie game a try. Next over at number 11, Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy fulfills the dreams of Harry Potter enthusiasts with an open-world RPG, enabling players to craft their wizarding destiny, character customization, house selection, and an intriguing plot involving a goblin and ancient evil set the stage. This gem brims with diverse activities, from attending classes and learning spells to engaging in Quidditch and collecting magical creatures. Combat, enriched with a variety of spells and items, provides a satisfying, dynamic experience against different foes, encouraging strategic thinking and teamwork with fellow characters. I know that Harry Potter fans will give this game a try. Now next over at number 10, there is another remake game on this video, Resident Evil 4 Remake. I have mentioned before that in recent years game developers did well on making remake versions of the games, and this is of course one of them. Resident Evil 4 Remake brilliantly revitalizes the iconic classic, retaining its core essence while elevating graphics, controls, and features. Enhanced controls enable seamless movement and shooting, along with a new weapon upgrade system. The remake also introduces fresh enemies, weapons, and challenges, while maintaining the original's horror and tension. With improved combat, lengthy gameplay, and iconic moments, Resident Evil 4 Remake is a must-play, marrying the legacy of the original with modern enhancements, solidifying its place among the best games of 2023. Let's continue with number 9, Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. This is actually a DLC, so you must have Cyberpunk itself to apply this one. This DLC adds a new Night City and story to the game. Phantom Liberty adds depth to the Cyberpunk world, making it a compelling experience for fans. The expansion brings new skills and weapons, enhancing combat. Dogtown, with its diverse setting, contrasts with the cityscape. When Cyberpunk first came out, there was a lot of backlash because of the bugs in the game, but I can say that this DLC makes the game more playable. Number 8 is taken by Sea of Stars. In this game, two special kids with sun and moon powers must stop a bad guy named Fleshmancer from wrecking the world. It looks nice with pixel art and special effects. The fighting is turn-based, where timing your hits right makes them stronger. You can also team up characters for cool attacks. The game keeps you exploring without sudden fights, making it feel like a real adventure. We added Sea of Stars to our list for pixel RPG lovers. Let's continue with number 7, Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. It's a fantastic open-world game. I think it is better than Breath of the Wild. It's set in the large land of Hyrule, and of course you play as Link and trying to save Princess Zelda. Also, Link gets new abilities. It's easy to control, gives you lots of choices and different ways to finish it. You can also play online with others. People say it's really good, and I agree. Next, at number 6, we have Final Fantasy XVI for Final Fantasy lovers. If you choose this game as your favorite game of the Final Fantasy series, you won't be wrong because this game is really a game worthy of the series. The story is interesting, covering many years and exploring ideas like fate and sacrifice. The fighting is fast and wants you to use different attacks. This game looks great, with detailed characters and fantastic music. Final Fantasy XVI is an excellent game that changes things while keeping what makes the series special. In number 5, Lies of P waits for us. To summarize, it's a dark action game based on Pinocchio's story. 2023 did well on single-player games while we coming end of it. Players fight enemies and choose between lying or telling the truth, affecting the story. The game has different weapons and tools, and how you play determines 3 possible endings. Some people like the game's look, atmosphere, and story, but there are problems like bugs and repeating parts. It sold well, and they plan to add more to the game. Next, over at number 4, Starfield. It's about exploring space and has over 1,000 planets. You can make your own character and join a group called Constellation that looks for special things in the galaxy. You get a spaceship called the Equinox that you can upgrade. You can also choose a crew and interact with different groups in the game. It has good graphics and a new engine called Creation Engine 2. The game lets you make choices that affect the story, and there are many ways to play. Give a try to the Skyrim of the space. Number 3 goes to Star Wars Jedi Survivor. This game is the next part of the game Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It's not much different from previous Star Wars games, but of course it's a bit better in terms of graphics and gameplay since it came out in 2023. If you're a Star Wars fan and you've played Fallen Order, I recommend you to play this sequel. It's a Star Wars quality game as always. We are coming slightly to the end, and the number 2 with Alan Wake 2. The game is the follow-up to a game people really liked in 2010. It tells the story of a writer named Alan Wake stuck in a spooky place where his stories become real. You can play as 2 characters, Alan Wake and Saga Anderson, an FBI agent solving mysterious murders. But to understand this game, you need to play the first game. Don't be fooled by the fact that it made in 2010. Alan Wake's first game is legendary. And finally, the number 1 goes to the Marvel's Spider-Man 2. You can play as both Spider-Men, each with their own cool suits and powers. Peter gets a special suit that makes him stronger, but changes how he acts. Miles uses web wings to fly around. Both can use gadgets and skills to fight bad guys. The game looks amazing with its graphics and animations, especially if you're playing on the PlayStation 5. If you like Spider-Man or superhero games, you should play this game. It's been nominated for awards, including Game of the Year. If you want to feel like Spider-Man swinging through the city, this game is for you. I'm glad you made it this far. If you liked this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video thumbs up. See you next time in new content.